Hello, my name is Andrea Morrison of Bicyclist Building Bridges. Bicyclist Building Bridges is a nonprofit organization that takes children to visit their incarcerated parents 4 times a year at no cost to them or their caregiver. We've been in existence for 4 years since February the 19th, 2015. I'm making this video for Rosalind Jaffe Award, and the questions that they asked, I'm going to do my very best and hope that the Holy Spirit lead me in answering each and every one. I was asked to describe what inspired me and gave me the idea, and why did I name it Bicyclist Building Bridges. So I have to tell a piece of my story to get to that. In 1992, I made bad choices. I was 24 years old with 3 children. None of the jobs and stuff that I was working were paying enough to meet the needs, so I thought I was taking what is called the quick way out, and I started selling what had just came on the scene, crack cocaine. I ended up being incarcerated for 11 years and leaving behind my 3 children at the ages of 2, 5, and 8 years old. When I came home in 2003, I had a lot to be thankful for, because during my incarceration, it was God by my side. It was plenty of times that I thought I was going to never come home, but God and praying and all the different churches, God-filled people that came in and out of the institution, it drew me to God. And in 1997, I rededicated my life to Christ. And that made from 1997 to 2003 a whole lot easier. But when I came home to broken children. And it wasn't really much I can do about it, because I came home with only one outfit and no job, and having to stay at home again with my mother at the age of 35. My oldest son had begun his life and was in the Navy, but I still had a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old. And my 13-year-old had asked me, why should we continue to go to church when God doesn't answer prayers? And at that time, it had broke my heart. And all I could tell him is, baby, God does answer prayers. He answers prayers through people. So that was in 2003, and I'm going to speed it up. I worked 2 jobs for 2 years. Then I got a great job at Mohawk Industries and worked my way to a female mechanic, the only female mechanic, for 9 years. And while I was doing that and was able to get my life together, get us a decent place to stay, get us a good life, I was riding my bike one Sunday, and I said, God, what can I do for you? And this was in 2011. And I heard him speak to me clear, as if I'm speaking right now. And he said, do for children what you say no one did for your children. And so I sat down that night on my computer and I Googled how to start a nonprofit. And at that point, when I sat down to the computer, I didn't really even know how to work a computer. And that's how I know it was nothing but God, because each step was easier and easier. And I run into some hard times, but each time I know that it's Him that helps us keep going. So it took me, it's about 2015 for all the paperwork and me to learn all what we had to do. And I saw that I needed more education, so I went to college and got an associate's degree in business management to help me along the way. And we're now 4 years strong. We have about 25 children in our program that we take on a regular basis. Our vision is to change their path. These children are very special to me because I know personally how, from listening to my own children, how they feel with losing their parent. Even though a parent make a mistake, the children still love them. And I thank God that He's a God of a second chance. So the vision came, my view is the vision came from God, and He sends me all the help and access that I need. And now I've been nominated for this $100,000 award. And what we would do with it is help further our vision to not only just take them to visit their parents 4 times a year for free. And how we do that is 2 Bicyclist Building Bridges members go to the home anywhere in the state of South Carolina, pick up the children and their guardian, and we transport them to any prison where their mother or father is, up to 5 hours away. We drop them off for a 2-hour visit. We pick them back up. We take them out to eat wherever the kids choose. And at that moment, we tell them about Jesus. We tell them that God heard their prayer, and He sent us as an answer. That He bottles up their tears, but He also answers. He answers through each one of us, you and I. Just like He placed in someone's heart to start St. Jude for the sick children. Just like He started Shriners, someone's heart, He placed in their heart to start that for children with disabilities. DSS helped the children who have parents that don't know how to treat them and abuse them. But the children in our program don't fall under either one of those categories. So that's why we call them the forgotten children. And Bicyclist Building Bridges would like to open up a community center in Charleston, South Carolina as our first one. I pray of many to help these children. There are 73,000 children or more at the last look in South Carolina with an incarcerated parent. We hope to holistically change their paths by bringing them to the community center, getting them some real counseling from some professional people that can help direct their path so that they don't wind up in the 70% that takes their parent place. As I was coming up with the idea and listening to God and trying to carry it through, He showed me just taking them was just the beginning. As they say, it's not how you start, but how you finish. So we want to open up a community center that will help them have life skills such as job training, how to play well with others, penmanship courses, computer skills, different athletic teams to teach them how. And some children just can't even afford to be on those things, but at our community center, it will be free for them. So if we were to win the Jeffries $1,000 award, we would use it toward helping to get this community center up and running and helping as many of the 73,000 children here in the state of South Carolina. As again, this is the logo and the way that God gave it to me. He gave me a broken bridge because I never was an artist. He gave me a broken bridge, and at the foot of the bridge is the children. At the other foot of the bridge is the incarcerated parent. On top of the bridge, it's you, it's me, it's all of those who will help these forgotten children bridge the gap between them and their parent and let them know that God is real and He do answer prayers. He answers through you and I.